district officers, and honored guests. How could I have known that I was on the cutting edge of the hands-free revolution? Because it seems like today, we're encouraged to do everything hands-free. Case in point, Tesla Motors, next year in 2016, will introduce in their automobiles hands-free driving. That's right, which I think will be a good thing for those people out there who will probably be better drivers with their hands off the wheel. But where did this hands-free craze come from? I think that it entered our lives through the front door. There was a day, and some of you may remember, when we had to open all doors with our hands. Those were dark days. But then, when I was a kid, in the early 60s, you would go to the grocery store, and there was a mat in front of the door. It was like a welcome mat. But if you stepped on the mat, the door would open. As kids, we were amazed at this technology, this revolution. We jump on the mat, the door would open, jump on the mat, the door would close, on the mat, off the mat. This was really a lot of fun for us. And you may be thinking to yourself, those kids were easily amused. Well, we were. This was small town Ohio, and it was the days where we had no video games. Yeah. So a lot has changed since then. A lot has changed since then. And hands-free devices have just permeated our existence. In fact, the one that I think is probably most common is the telephone. There was a day when the telephone was a very hands-on experience. You had your hands on a handset. You had this curious curly cord and a base, and it was wired into the wall. It was very solid communication. And then there was just the dial. This was like therapeutic in and of itself. And you actually knew the phone number of your friends. But today, using your phone is like, as if into the ether, we speak, phone, call John. And the phone's like, calling John. Yeah, nice. But I think one of the biggest challenges, personally, one of the biggest challenges in this hands-free world, and this is kind of a sensitive subject, so you may want to turn around in your chairs, is in the restroom. As if the public restroom isn't awkward enough. No, now you go in there and you're just surrounded by little sensors. And they've got these automatic flushing toilets, which is so you're ready, you're doing your business. But machines don't always work like they're supposed to, right? So you get the surprise flush. Or maybe you're buttoned up and you're ready to go, and the toilet doesn't seem to agree. You're waiting for something? I don't know. You're going to wave your hand in front of the toilet. You get your other hand machine, you got the whole body going in front of the toilet bowl, losing all dignity. Whether or not you get the thing to flush, it's out to wash your hands, right? You got to go wash your hands, right? Right? So you head to the sink and you know what's coming. And you're ready for it, though. You got your hands out there, and it's under the faucet. Ready for that water. You got your hands under the faucet, you're ready for that. It seems to be thinking about it. So in a second, you'll switch over to the soap, which is automatically dispensed. And you go over to the soap, and right then the water kicks in. So you back over, and it stops, and the soap dispenses in the bottom of the sink. Assuming you can get the two to work in concert, your hands are washed and rinsed, and it's off to dry your hands. And it's a paper towel dispenser with hands-free auto-sensing technology that's not working. And you're underneath there, and there's no emergency little feed wheel or anything. This is an emergency, Got my hands off. But they've got one of those hot air blow dryers. So you're over to the hot air blow dryer, and heck, those things didn't work when there was a button, Forget it. So you're out the door now. You've got to just wipe your hands on your pants. Wipe your hands on your pants. You're out the door. Here is where I want the automatic door, right? Or in the words of the late night talk show host, Jimmy Fallon, thank you, bathroom doorknob, for undoing everything bathroom soap did. I really don't want to may not have heard of was just introduced in celebrating Burger King's 50 years in Puerto Rico. It's the hand-free Whopper. It's the hand-free Whopper. What took 2 hands to handle is now done hand-free. Completely changing the way that we exercise while eating our Whoppers. Or work on our knitting while eating our Whoppers. Knit one, or two. Or walk the dog while eating our Whoppers. Down, boys. Down, boys. So honestly, what have we lost in this hands-free craze? You know, have we completely forgotten what it is to touch? And if we're not touching, then how do we feel? So what I want you to do is I want you to get out of here and I want you to go home. Wait, not yet. Just this, when the contest is over, I want you to get out of here and go home to your friends and your loved ones. And I want you to reach out and give them an old-fashioned touch. And for goodness sake, don't just phone it in.